Hey guys, I'm Ken, and today I'm going to talk about depression. I'm going to talk about my own depression and how I feel that depression is a little more common on the YouTube side of things than we may realize. Not saying that everybody's depressed that makes videos, but they may have some of the issues that I'm going to talk about. I've made some notes here to help me stay on track because my mind goes everywhere when I start talking. But I'm just going to try to be honest and as real as I can with you. Talk about a lot of things on the YouTube side, and I haven't really talked about any of this with anybody other than Mary. I haven't said anything to my family or friends, but for me, it's been going on for a long time. Like I would say, even before I started YouTube. Currently, I'm feeling better. I've been a lot happier. I've got some things working out pretty good for me that I'll talk about later about how I'm getting over it. But I got to admit it first that I've been depressed for a long time. I mean, like before I even started YouTube, just my life in general, I wasn't very happy with where I was in life. Like I was in college. I didn't want to do anything that any of the courses that were provided had no interest in anything, and so life just wasn't looking very promising to me. And so I quit school and started my YouTube channel. I put all my eggs in this basket, and luckily it worked out for me. But even from the success that I've had, it didn't make it any better. It actually got worse over time. At first it was, it was new and exciting and a lot of fun, but over time, as it became more of a job, it kind of lost that. And it, like, in my videos, my energy in my videos was never as high as it could be. Like, it was always kind of low, but it got lower and lower to where I'm just, like putting a fake smile on and be like, hey guys, I'm CinnamonToastKen, we're gonna play this game. Editing, put no effort into editing, just no interest. I mean, a lot of people don't like editing, but it was just like I couldn't care less. I was just making videos. Excuse me, bug. And it's hard to say that. Like I said, this is my job now. I'm supposed to do this because I love it, and I do love it. There's just a lot to it. And like you may be thinking, like I got the note right here. How could someone with my job, with my lifestyle, be depressed? I mean, it's our job to entertain you guys. Like, a lot of you out there are depressed and watch our videos to get through your days. I mean, that's like, there's tons of comments that always say that. And so how can someone on this side of it that's bringing joy to people be as sad as they are? So, what I tell everybody when when I started this video, I said I wouldn't go to anything out, but I don't feel like showboating that. Where were we? I was about to tell you guys all about how being a YouTuber isn't the complete big bag of sunshine that everybody thinks it is. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a great job. I wouldn't give it up for the world, but there's also a lot of other things on the YouTube side that can lead to like stress and anxiety. There's the unknown factors, and just it's not as fantastic as everyone thinks it is. Now, first of all, YouTube's not a 9-to-5 job. I don't go to work, come home, relax, and don't think about YouTube anymore. That's not how it works. It's 24/7. You're always thinking about your YouTube channel, how it's performing, your videos, what you're going to do the next time, all this stuff. You're on your Twitter, getting feedback. It's your life, pretty much. And any job that's based off what other people think of you, like people's opinions make or break you in that job, is stressful. You have to make people like you to be successful, or just hate you so much that you're successful. But for the most of us, we have to appeal to you. We have to entertain you. We have to show up. Like for me, I have to show up 2 times a day for you guys. I got to be happy, energetic, and ready to go, and and make you entertained. You have to want to watch me. And just any job like that is stressful just from that. The best part that you guys see is recording the game. That's the best part. That's the most fun, other than like meeting fans and things like that and getting like direct feedback. But playing the game is the fun part, and it's also the shortest part. After you play the game, you have to go edit it. And that's, however long you edit can be, 10 minutes to 2 hours, and then you upload it. And then when you upload it, that's where you get your feedback. That's where the comment section come in. And whenever you get to the comment section, it's kind of every YouTuber I've talked to has their opinion of the comment section, and it's usually negative. Like some even turn their comment section off that I know. Now, when you upload your video and people start commenting, you go and read them, and there are plenty of really nice comments. Plenty of nice comments, but you don't see them. They're there, but you're just so used to seeing the nice comments that they don't really have an impact on you. You're like, oh yeah, great video, can't wait for the next one. You're like, oh yeah. It's the negative comments that get you. Always. It doesn't matter how tough you say your skin is. When you're reading a bad comment, it gets to you. It doesn't matter how stupid it is either. You want to like choke this person. This person bothers you. And then they always say, haters gonna hate. Yeah, they are. And it's a good saying. And no matter how tough you try to act like you are, those negative comments get under your skin, and that builds up after a while. And since your public image matters so much, it's very dangerous to lash back out. Like some YouTubers, they have like the way people see them is like if you talk trash to them, they'll go talk back. But most of us aren't like that. Most of us seems like the nice, friendly, family friendly. Family friendly is, I shouldn't use that for most of YouTube, but the friendly people that don't ever acknowledge the hate. And when like people like me that's seen as like a nice guy gets tired of seeing it and say something back, it's seen as the big deal. It's like, oh my God, it just stirs up more. And so you just have to sit there and take it. And there's people hating on me right now. There's people like, man, I really don't like CinnamonToastKen's video, or man, he's just a freeloader riding on PewDiePie and Cry's coattails, or man, there's, this depression video he's making is just a bunch of bullcrap. He's not sad. No. And I just have to deal with it. I'm going to see the comments. And this is, like I said, it's a 24/7 job. This stuff is always going on. And there's a lot of nice comments, but they just, you don't really see them. And I feel like I speak for most YouTubers when I say that. And then in the comment section, say if you're playing a game and say someone more popular than myself has played the game, I have to go through and see everybody sucking on their nuts. It's like, oh man, so-and-so played this game. I like their video better. And you're just like, I made this video for you guys. This is free. You get to be entertained for free. Let me have my moment, please. I don't, nobody likes seeing other YouTubers being worshipped in their comment section. Nobody does. Like if you're doing a co-op, yeah, collaboration is expected, but when it has nothing to do with them and you're seeing like just worship of them, you're like, it wears on you quicker than bad comments do, I think. Then after you get the feedback from like, Twitter and everything, I guess I should say it like this. After YouTube becomes your job, it becomes more of a numbers game. Like you go to your analytics page and you can see your average video views. You can see your video views for each day. It's all broke down. All the information's there, and you watch this stuff. You can see your averages, and you can see how many you're getting a day. And if it dips, you kind of worry about it. Like you become obsessed over these numbers. It's kind of like if anybody works in retail, how like the boss comes in and is like, okay, yeah, we got good numbers today. Now we got to do more. We got to do more. We got to do more. That's how it is. Like you feel like you have to do more. You get used to these numbers that you see that are directly connected to what you get paid. And if they dip or don't grow any, you worry. Some people are content with it not growing any, but if it goes down, you're like, oh my gosh, you know, am I, people don't like me anymore. Maybe the video is bad. I don't know. Or even if there's nothing wrong and you just had a bad week, you still worry about it. You get stressed about it. And it's something that I am pretty bad with. Like I get stuck in the numbers a lot. And it's best if you can stay away from the numbers. Honestly, like go and look and make sure, you know, check on what you need to check, but don't worry over them that much because it can drive you crazy. But that's just the YouTube part. That's just the making the videos, going and putting in the work, putting it up for free, getting your feedback. It's majority of it's good, but there's enough bad out there that can really get under your skin. Now, past making content, you may be saying, well, Ken, you have all these great friends on YouTube. You got PewDiePie, you got Cry, you got Mark, you got, you know, all these people that you play games with. How can you possibly be depressed? Honestly, every person I meet now, after I've gotten successful on YouTube, it feels very superficial. It feels very fake. It feels like everybody wants something. Everybody's like, hey, Ken, let's make a video together. Let's do this, let's do that. And then they're gone. I mean, they'll still be around, but only when they want to make a video or something like that. YouTube, between YouTubers, our friendships, it's very much like high school, like the high school cool kids club. If you got 7 million subscribers, you're hanging out with the other 7 million subscriber people. You're not hanging out with Mr. 500,000. You're hanging out with, you know, people you like. And that's for people you meet afterwards. The people you've known before is a little different story. Like with PewDiePie. PewDiePie is a #1, you know, gaming channel. The #1 actually user channel, other than like the music channels, like the YouTube owned channels. It's the #1 channel on YouTube. And we're friends. Like I consider us legit friends. Him and Cry. Like I met both of them when we were just like little spits of channels that had no hope in the world, we thought, of becoming what we have today. And we're friends. But if I would have met him today, if I would have met Pewds or Cry today, it would be different. It would be completely different. And it's kind of sad. I met Mark when we both had 80,000 subscribers, and we uploaded Sonic EXE around the same time. And I was like, hey, and we're friends. And I'm not talking about everyone I know on YouTube. I'm just look around the channels you watch. If you keep up with their lives, who they hang out with, who they make videos with, you can see it. It's a thing. You may be like, I may become friends with someone last month and they suddenly shoot way up in subscribers and they may not even really talk to me anymore. It's like that. It's stupid, but it's like that. With me having such popular friends on YouTube, personally, I fall into the bad habit of comparing myself to them. I mean, it happens in the comments enough, but I start doing it myself. Like when I got to 1 million subs, I was like, oh, yay, I'm so happy. This is what I wanted. But then I was like, man, it took me twice as long as it did Cry to do it, or, you know, such and such is growing so much faster. Oh man, I should have had this a long time ago. That's what my thought process was. I was happy. I was very glad, very pleased, and very thankful. But under that, I was like, man, I wish I had what everybody else has. And it's a terrible way to look at it. I should be thankful for what I have. I should focus more on me. And I don't take credit for myself. Like I'm just like, people come to me a lot, even though me and Felix have been friends forever. And they're like, hey, the only reason you're anything is because PewDiePie's your friend. And I'm like, yeah, thanks. And I kind of have that mentality too. I mean, people show up and stay for me. They don't come because he's here. He's not. It's me. But I don't know. It's just one of those things. Like I find myself not feeling as proud as I should be of what I've done. And I should focus more on myself and be thankful for what I have. I mean, I got a great life. I have a great career. I mean, there's nothing to complain about, but it's all how your mindset is about things. Another thing with friends, meeting new people. Whenever I met Mary, I had a hard time trusting her at first. Like, here I am, fairly successful, and pretty little blonde-haired girl comes up out of nowhere and is like, hey. And I'm like, hey, are you being honest with me? There's a big trust issue for me there at the beginning, but everything's fine now. Everything's great. But there at the start, it's like that with meeting most new people. You just got that kind of, what do you want from me? And you have to kind of put yourself in that cage as a YouTuber, because people will take advantage of you. People will need you to death for like shout outs and promotion and everything, because that's how we make our money, is through promotion. Like you guys aren't paid anything to watch, but the ads play, and those guys pay to have these ads placed in our videos. That's how we make our money. And so we're marketing machines, and people would love to use that up. And so we just have to be really careful. It's sad, but true. And then even going back home to seeing like my old friends, I grew up with these people and I'm just like a regular guy with them. And I want to go back and feel like a regular guy. But I mean, people are always gonna be like, hey, it's CinnamonToastKen, big YouTube or internet star now, right? And you're like, yeah, hey, kind of joke. But then after you hear that, like the 800th time, you're just kind of like, okay, let's just not talk about that. And there's nothing against my friends. They're all great people. It's just a thing that happens with everybody I know in YouTube, really. So then, I'm talking about, you got this good career, you got this great life. I work my own hours from home. That sounds fantastic. Anybody would love that. And yeah, I'm not going to give it up, but that also has its drawbacks too. Have you ever heard of too much of a good thing? I said earlier about how YouTube is not a 9-to-5 job. Like I don't have set hours I have to go in and then I'm free to do whatever I want to. I'm free to do whatever I want to all the time. And that kind of takes away from the daily value. Like I don't look forward to getting off so I can go do stuff. I can always go do stuff. And so I don't do anything. Like we've moved to LA and I haven't done anything. I barely leave the house. Like I don't want to do anything. I'm starting to get to where I want to do more. Definitely. But yeah, I'm just very, very not wanting to go anywhere. And that's sad. But with sitting at the house, you become lazy. And then being lazy, you get out of shape, and then you get even more down. For definitely people getting out of shape. Yeah, I've gotten way out of shape. I've gained. I think I've dropped a little bit, but I gained 40 pounds since I started doing YouTube. 40 whole pounds. That's a lot of weight. I've lost like 10 of it, but still. 40 pounds. Yeah. And then I saw about people becoming lazy. Like you'll be like, hey, do you want to do this thing? And people will be like, I really don't feel like it. And they're like another YouTuber. And you're like, I I know what you did today. You didn't do anything. Why don't you want to go do this? It's not me. It's just you don't want to leave the house, and which is the same thing for me. I don't want to either. But anyway, and after you get, like I say, you worry about these things a lot, but there's no challenge. There's not a job position you're trying to get to. You are doing your job. The challenge is to keep growing, but that kind of happens naturally if you keep producing decent content. Ultimately, it doesn't feel like there's a real challenge there. There's like an invisible wall that you're kind of chasing, but it's hard to explain. There's just not something that's really driving you and pushing you other than yourself. So it's really easy to get just kind of, down about that. It's like I said, nobody's going to give it up. Too much of a good thing. Everything's great, but then it's got its consequences, which aren't seen at first, but when you're living it, it becomes apparent very quickly. And so how I'm beating my depression, I've talked about, me and just the bad things that I've noticed that happen with YouTube and bad ways to think about things and just the general effects of it. And sometimes I don't feel like I am getting happier, feeling better. Some days, like today, I got my big benchmark of 1 million subscribers, and I should be just the happiest person in the world, but I wasn't, and I'm not. Like I keep saying it. I'm grateful, yes, but I'm not as happy about it as I should be, because I was like, oh yeah, I got it, but it's taking forever, or I don't have as much of this person, or no. But I'm trying to do better with that. I'm trying to focus more on me. I don't want to be selfish, but you got to look out for number one, because nobody else is going to. You have to make sure that you're happy. And I have to just look at what I've done and what I've accomplished and think about, yeah, just because I have popular friends on YouTube, so what? Who cares? They're staying because of me. They're watching the videos because of me. So, yeah. Other ways I'm helping myself is I don't read comments that often. I do read them, but I have a lot of words that are banned and will hold your comment for review. And so that it kind of takes out some of the landmines for me, and I feel better when I go read the comments. I can see the nice ones, and I try to appreciate the nice ones more. Like, someone can really, really genuinely mean what they're saying. They really like my videos, and I have to really look and accept that, yes, okay, yeah, this person really likes it, and who cares about, stupid, I couldn't make up a name off the top of my head, with his comment that he didn't even watch the video. I've considered turning my comments off, actually, but I don't read the comments a lot, but when I do, I make sure that it's safe. Other ways I'm trying to make myself feel better is I got a dog. I got Betty. Betty is a stupid dog, but she's a sweetheart, and she's really funny. It makes me feel better. I got a girlfriend. Got me a hot girlfriend. I show her off on YouTube sometimes, and people complain about it, but it's our decision. We like doing that, so we do. She helps me out a lot, too. She makes me really happy. I got an editor, Mary. Mary's my editor, the girlfriend. Nobody likes to edit. I especially hate editing. She takes some of the easier ones off my hands, like some of the ones that really don't need a lot of editing, or just some cuts here and there, and she takes those for me, and it relieves some of the stress. Like, for me, most of the stress comes from the editing process. I hate it. I hate editing. It's the worst. I can edit. I can edit magical freaking videos all over the place, but I don't, because it's very time consuming. Like making a montage, like any montage you've watched, especially the ones with the text at the bottom, those take hours and days to make. Like, you sit there and it's super tedious and super slow. It sucks. Nobody likes to do that. And so she's helped me with that. But ultimately, I just have to realize that I have a fantastic life. I have a lot to be thankful for. And I should really count my blessings, honestly, and stop worrying about what everybody else has and what I don't have yet. I have more than most people. And I should just really thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for your continued support. Thank you for watching this video. If you made it this far, thanks. Hopefully everything keeps getting better for me. I think whenever I get out of LA, I think I'll feel even better when I'm back with my friends and family, because I don't really like LA very much, aside from the fact that I've been even more depressed since I've been here. But like I said, it's getting better. I'm feeling a lot better. So thank you very much. Thank you for your support. And as I feel better, hopefully my videos get better. Just my channel in general gets better. And if any YouTuber out there has helped you through a hard time, you should really thank them, because there's a lot of stress. There's a lot of bad things that come with a job. So there's a lot of good things, but there's a lot of anxiety and stress. So really thank your YouTubers. Okay. Anyway, that's enough rambling for me. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Stay toasty, my friends.